So the board gave me a load of extra money. Again. They upped the transfer budget again. And I was like, I would be a nutter if I didn't spend it. So I broke our transfer record. In fact, I doubled it.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sunshine on Leyth. If you're still enjoying the series, drop a like, that would be spectacular. Things are back to normal. We should be back to normal service, resuming this week. I thank you for your patience. I realise that you guys never want apologies and stuff, and I'm not going to. But the reason why I feel like this is because this has been my full-time job since, well, for the last few months. And it's stressful, but I would not change it at all. But it does mean that I feel an extra level of responsibility to the channel, and obviously to you guys as well, because I do enjoy making this content, and I want to get back to that now, and we're about to do exactly that. Finally, the man, the myth, the legend, Sam Dickin, had a game, and oh boy, he saved Whitport from an embarrassment by earning a second crucial point on his own. Long live the legacy of Sam Dickin. I do love that we have a one-man Sam Dickin fan club, and to be fair, I'm here for that. Matt about to spend his whole transfer budget on Zulu in the summer. Can't say I blame him. Oh, it'd be so tempting, wouldn't it? But the thing is, from Watford, they'd probably want about £50 million. I think that we might be able to get away without without him. But I do believe that that's one of the positions we need to hunt for in the summer, because I just don't know if Bernat has really... I don't know why I keep calling him Bernat. His name's Ramos. Bernat Ramos. I don't know if he's really cut it so far this season. But we have definitely improved. I mean, we're up to 6th in the league. And I know there's still calls to drop things like the overlaps and stuff, and maybe we'll revisit that. But at the end of the day, we've turned it into a good result and a little run right now, and I don't really want to... If it ain't broke, don't fix it just yet. But it will break again. Rest assured. So today we play Palace, and Bruno Laga's Palace. Well, I mean, as things stand, we are in the European spots, technically. I don't know, I think it would actually go down to 7th this year. I think there's a good shot at maybe sneaking into a Europa Conference League or something. Now, Griggsy is still injured, and unfortunately, KO picked up a cold, so I'm going to have to do a bit of a reshuffle here, and that is not going to be the lineup. Oh, no. We're going to go with Wyn Billington and Fran Sullivan up top today, because Franzi Sullivan's really the only competent pressing forward we have, aside from KO, of course. Lashka and Zulu in the midfield, Flammarion and people have pointed out how many mistakes Charrier makes and how many massive errors he does. He does indeed. But unfortunately... Chan has been just as bad, just in different ways. He doesn't give away the penalties, he just doesn't play well. But we're going to give Chan a run... Screw it, we'll give Chan a run out today, but he's just not performed well at all either. Well, I think that's a position we really are going to have to look at in the summer. And in addition to that, I'm going to go with Connor and Mutalla again, because I think Muddy and Mutalla has been spectacularly good for us this year since he's come in. Dale Connor's pissed because I won't give him a new deal, but I will probably go and do that soon. Other than that, though, really pleased. Obviously, we don't want Dickin on the bench. No offence. We are a little bit light on players at the moment. So the bench will be Ropas, Thompson, Morton, White, Vukuripa, Buzidi, and Watson. It's also crazy to think that we're going to be soon in season 14 of this save. So firstly, thank you for staying with me, is all I can really say. I realise that these saves are a hell of a risk to do, and I really do thank you guys for continuing to watch this content, frankly. Got big plans for FM21. Some of you may already know about some of the things I'm planning, but there's a lot of stuff in the pipeline even beyond that too. Right, let's go. The other good thing about this is if we were to beat Palace today, which, let's face it, we're in a good position to do, we have West Ham next in the league, which is a very, very winnable match, and could see us climb all the way up to 42 points if we were to win both of them, and really give us a hell of a chance of getting European football, I feel like. If we win the next 2 games, I think we're in a really good, strong position. And well cut up by Flammarion. Fran Sullivan, can he? No, he can't, but he's found Flammarion, who could just bomb through the space here. And he's found Zulu! Zulu's in! Oh, Zulu, no. Well, I mean, great run. Fair enough. Ball whip back post, and Connor saved. Right, we have looked really solid so far. Also, hilariously, as a result of yesterday's fixtures, Arsenal find themselves back in the relegation zone again. I am genuinely I'm going to stick my neck out here. I think Arsenal will go down. I genuinely do think they will go down. Every time they get a little bit of, like, luck to get themselves back up, they just go straight down again. And they were so bad against us. They managed to lose to us when we were in our worst spell probably of the entire save as Billington clears it wide and another chance. I think they did beat Blackhaven though. But then, as we've found out, that doesn't take much, as we have the lead, and it's Muddy and Mutalla with the goal, Fran Sullivan with the assist. We've got the lead at home. Oh, I can't wait to be playing in the newly expanded stadium. What a ball in from Fran Sullivan. But Mutalla there, again, continues his wonderful season for us. He has been the standout for me, the one player that's really stood out for us. Actually, that's maybe a bit harsh on some other players. What I mean by that is more that he was an unexpected player that stood out for us. Chan's in now, and he's hit the post. Around the side for Sullivan. Can he get into the box, maybe? Whips it across to Billington. Oh, lovely work. Sullivan today. Mwah. Franz, we love you, my friend. Maybe this won't be his last season at the club. Maybe he just needed to recover from that injury. Like, he scored a goal for us against Southampton earlier this season. This was just lovely work from the guy. Just holds that ball up lovely, watches for the Wim Billington run, Wim pulls away, smashes it. Oh, what a volley from Wim Billington. 8th goal of the year. Gorgeous football. Oh my goodness, Billington now. Wim Billington, oh, poor touch from Sullivan, but he might still get this back. Oh, look at that from Wim Billington. Gomez, he's going to go drop short, put the ball back round behind, and ping this top corner. Well, not quite, but they do still score from the move. They always do, unfortunately. I genuinely can't remember the last time I saw a free kick like that where they didn't score from it. Oh dear. Angry sipping. Disappointed sipping. One other noticeable factor about this game is we've only committed 4 fouls so far. We're getting a lot better at that side of the game as well. Lashka, that is not the best pass actually, but Vertebal will make the most of it. Can he find something over to the other side? Oh, nice ball for Flammarion. And he's still got it. And it's saved and cleared away. Uh-oh, please defend this properly, guys. Gomez's ball through, and it's headed into the back of the net by Eric Garcia. That was more of an angry sip. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Just about Eric Garcia can't be that big, surely. That's a great ball in, and Garcia's made a wonderful run, or we've just not tracked him properly. It's actually pretty shocking from us. Oh, please, not another one. Okay, it's going to just be one of those games, I think, guys, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't know. These are now slightly, like, exasperated sips, I guess. I mean, that's just really disappointing. For all 3 Palace goals to be from set pieces. The first one with those one of those annoying free kicks, second one from a corner, then you get the other one from a free kick. And just out of nowhere, in a game where they didn't really create that much, and we did, you don't take your chances, that's what happens. But that's much easier to take on the chin than it would have been had we still been in our bad run, is what I would say. I still think we're incredibly unfortunate to lose that game, but that's just how it goes sometimes. We've gone through spells without conceding from set pieces like that, and then bam, smacks you in the mouth all in one game. But I guess I'd rather have it happen all in one game than cost us loads of points consistently over many matches. Franz Sullivan still man of the match though, so that's good, but we should have done better, unfortunately. We just should have done. Right, some games off camera, and back for, I think, maybe Wolves. So we travelled away to the bottom of the league, West Ham. Wim Billington gave us the lead from the penalty spot. Good work from him. Unfortunately, though, we conceded just straight ball over the top. This is going to happen sometimes, unfortunately. Great finish, though, from Lonches. Nothing that Seba could do about it. 1-1. Thankfully, though, we got what we deserved later on, as Kaio's lovely free kick made it 2-1. We had the chances, just didn't really take them on the night. And, yeah, the injury to Lasker was annoying because he did miss some matches, unfortunately, leaving us really short in that midfield. But a great performance overall, just started to struggle a little bit in terms of getting the goals, unfortunately. And I did try out turning off the overlap in the second half, in the second half, and I definitely think we got better. Still didn't actually score any goals, but I think it did, as expected, open up the wingers a little bit more to allow them to just drive at the defence rather than waiting, and I think that is definitely a strategy we can use to our advantage. Next up, we hosted top of the table Spurs. New signing Balde, more on him in a minute, got the ball on the left-hand side, drove in, eventually it falls to Wim Billington, knocks it across for Kaio, another goal for him, and we led 1-0. Spurs then got a red card, and I thought this is our chance to beat top of the league. It wasn't, unfortunately. Very, very even game, but Spurs just came out on top just through pure quality. Bad goalkeeping here. Really, really bad goalkeeping, unfortunately. Led to a 1-1 equaliser there. Then before half-time, Spurs were able to put themselves in front. It just was one of those things where they just had better quality players, and that was enough to get them the victory in this game. Our finishing suffered. Theirs didn't, essentially. That was 2-1 to Spurs, and then they got a third one later in the match just to wrap things off. Jabari Sargent just has an open goal, and again, goalkeeper just stagnant, unfortunately, which is a real, real shame. Griggsy's first game back in the team just did nothing in this game. So, you're wondering, Balde, left side, who's he? Well, I'll tell you. So the board gave me a load of extra money. Again. They upped the transfer budget again. And I was like, I would be a nutter if I didn't spend it. So I broke our transfer record. In fact, I doubled it. Now, I briefly mentioned this guy before. This is Saliu Balde, who's joined us from Vitória de Guimarães over in Portugal. Yeah, I think he's quite good. Now, obviously you might be thinking, but you've got Simon Nelson there. I know. But sometimes you just have to take the plunge on a player like this to really strengthen us. And I felt like he would do this. And I mean, 17 crossing, 15 dribbling the first touch. Passing's a little on the low side. The one thing about him that I'm not too keen on is his 6 flair. He is very much a supporting winger as opposed to an attacking one. But he can finish. He's just good all across the board. I really, really like the guy. Resolute personality. £30 million. 15.5 up front, another 15 over the next 3 years. And I know £30 million is a lot to spend on a winger like this, but I just thought maybe this guy could genuinely add something to us on that side. So we've got a bit more, and we really are stacked there now with Balde, Nelson, and Morton, because Nelson just hasn't really convinced me a lot, and I do wonder if it's because I don't know. We'll find out. But I felt like it was the right time to do the deal. I couldn't find any of the players in the positions I wanted, but I did find this guy, and I'd looked at him a bit, and I thought, you know what? He's probably going to move to a massive side in the summer for huge money if we don't act now. So I figured January signing, let's crack on. £30 million. And we'll see how he does. And in our last game, we drew 0-0 away at Bristol City. Again, a relatively solid performance from the lads. Mitala was very, very good on the night. Once again, from a defensive standpoint, we just couldn't get anything going forward. And again, we had the chances in this match, but we're just not taking them. And Kayo was really bad in this game. Billington's still a bit hit and miss. I think that he's still doing a fantastic job for us, but I do wonder at what point we have to say, actually, someone else could probably take some of these chances. But I don't know if they're a player we currently have. Honestly, I don't think it's Ropas, and I don't know if it's Grant White either, but there is a guy I've spied on from Red Star Belgrade called Milan Lonchar, who looks to be potentially that, and he'd be available for like £3 million in the summer, so it might definitely be worth a punt. He's got some outrageous attributes, like 16 finishing, but he's got like 17s on things like composure and off the ball, which could be fantastic for us. So he might be a cheap summer signing to really bolster that strike force and give us a different approach, because we really are lacking finishing in the striking at the moment. But all that leaves us 7th in the league. We're not in fantastic form, but we are still in the European spots, just barely. That's not even the real story here. The real story is Arsenal, now 6 points from safety. They've not even been that bad. They've got 4 points from their last 3 matches. They've got a win, a draw, and a defeat. Not bad for them. What's really taken me by surprise is firstly how good Bristol City became, though they did have games in hand. West Ham are still kind of garbage, but have won a couple of games. Leeds are now unbeaten in 5, and Southampton have only lost 1 of their last 5 as well. Watford and Blackhaven are the real suffering teams that have slipped right down towards the relegation zone. When they sacked Deschamps, I just assumed that they'd soar up the league, as most of the time when this happens they do. And they just haven't. They've brought in Patrick Vieira as their manager, and it just does not seem to be working for them, and they could find themselves in the Championship next year, which would be probably the biggest relegation I've ever seen on one of my saves. Bearing in mind, they've not finished outside the top half of the Premier League since 1995, and they're in a very strong position to be relegated this year. They've been in the top flight for 110 years. 112 years, and it could be coming to an end at this rate if they don't pull their finger out. Thankfully, though, we've got stacked options in those positions. Connor and Mitala, totally happy with that. Lashka and Zulu, totally happy with that. I do wonder if we just try out Grant White for a game against... No, screw it. I'm going to stick with Win Billington again. I'm going to stick with him for now. It's really hard to know what to expect from this game. But yeah, so as I said, I made a second version of the tactic with no overlap. I've had to rename some stuff. So we might actually start with this one today. So we'll see how we get on today. We've been a bit hit and miss. West Ham, we were very, very good. Just a bit unfortunate not to win by more, I would say. Spurs, I think we were pretty solid too, and a bit unfortunate to lose. And against Bristol City, it's just one of those games where we defended stoically, but just couldn't take our chances. And that does seem to be the real kicker for us this year. Nice work from the lad. He's going to get to the box here, you'd feel. Can he get the shot away? No, but Kayo and with Billington, and a great save again there. Mesaoudi brings it forward, and Hassan's through, and Wolves have the lead. Jay Hassan straight through there as Sofiani Mesaoudi guts the ball, and he's just slipped it straight through the middle. Jay Hassan gives Wolves the lead. That's a frustrating one. We've done all right so far. Looking pretty solid for the most part, but Mesaoudi is just allowed to run a little bit too far here. Uses the referee like a decoy, and they don't get to him quick enough. It's actually just a really, really nice ball. Griggsy comes out, but he doesn't get there in time, and it's a great finish from Jay Hassan. When we're not losing the ball as much, Kayo! Oh, yes! Kayo with a lovely finish. 10th goal of the year from him. He has very much... At times, he was really looking quite poor for us, where he was really just not doing a lot, but he really has stepped up his game after we start to sort things out. Lovely little ball around the corner from Flamarion. That is an insanely good pass. Cairo now gets into double figures, first season at the club, and he's now our top goal scorer as well, which is brilliant. Mesaoudi again, but he has just... Oh, and Hassan, and oh my God. I think, yeah, that's just shit, innit? They've just really not defended Hassan properly. Once again, Mesaoudi's been allowed tons of space. Yeah. I think it's not even a case of not... I mean, he is clearly being left a lot alone here, but then when they do get near him, they're not getting near him enough, and the defender does a horrendous job of marking Jay Hassan there as well. That ball through the middle from Mesaoudi to Hassan has been absolutely lethal so far, and I don't really know how to stop it. It just feels like one of those things where he's just... Oh my God, now Hassan's over the top again. Wow. That kind of clinical finishing is something that we have just not got, and Hassan now has a hat-trick in the first half here for Wolves. Yeah, we've created chances of that ilk so often this season and just not been able to take them. It just breaks the back line brilliantly. But the composure of Jay Hassan to go round Griggsy there and just slot that one home, that's just so easy for him. Lashka. God, we've really let this one go to our heads now. Flamarion. Sharia with the overlap. Flamarion's going to make some space. And Billington gets us back in the game. It's Whitport 2, Wolves 3. Well... If nothing else, it's been an entertaining affair, and I don't think we're quite done yet. Cyril Sharia with a nice little assist. Finds himself in a ton of space here, and Flamarion does well to find it. Ooh, cheeky little turn, but he's just held on to this nicely. done a good job, picked out Win Billington, who's slotted that one home for his 10th of the year. See if we can just sort of deny him some space. Matola off the crossbar, and that could have been 3-all. So Lashka is definitely doing a better job right now. Look, you can see him on him. Like, Masoudi may manage to break this, but at the very least, he's not going to be able to get that pass away, which is the key thing for me, just to try and take him out the game for a little bit in this second period. Hassan is through again, and great save from Griggs that time. He's offside. Sianis. Where's Zulu when you need him? Oh, well done, Connor. Connor just presses straight out there. Lashka can listen a bit into the channel for Win Billington. Billington's in, and he gets it on target, at least. Oh, nice interception by Luke Watson. I've brought him on instead of Zulu for a bit, as Zulu was sort of struggling. Flammarion, good tackle, but Lashka's there, good. Watson. Morton with a lovely first touch, and he scored! Dave Morton, Whitport 3, Wolves 3. Dave Morton is magic, my friends. I don't know how he does it. 5th goal of the year for Dave Morton. It's 3-3. We're coming from 3-1 down. Great work from Luke Watson here. Oh no, it was Lashka, but then Watson with the lovely ball out wide for Morton. Great first touch, but then, look at that. Goalkeeper could have done better, but Morton just seems to always get goals. Dave, bless him. Uh-oh, come on, guys. Defend this well. Get that breakaway. Charrier clears it, and here comes Kayo. Just casually bring this one away. He's got to wait for support, but there is support arriving. Kayo. Oh, Morton! Oh, Dave. Billington scores! Whitport 4, Wolves 3. Win Billington's 11th of the year, and look who got the bloody assist. Dave Morton is magic. Great work from Kayo going down this side. He's just holding the ball up, waiting for Morton to come in. And Morton goes, you know what, I'll have a pop. Comes back to him, but look at that for a little ball for Win Billington. Billington's there, 11th of the year, and even he is now hitting the ground. It's 4-3. Wow. Oh, Perez is straight through everybody, and a great save from Griggs again. Easy lost it, but Lashka's back on it again. Finds Dave Morton. Morton's through again. Dave Morton gets the shot on target. He's so good at that. Griggs goes long, and yeah, I mean, he had little options, that one. Masoudi again. Sanis. Oh, Hassan. Xerxes, good block. And well won. Wait, free kick to... Really? Okay. Didn't see where the foul is. This is basically the last shot of the game. All Griggs needs to do is save this. Perez... Dude, there's been a lot of direct free kicks this season, both for and against us. I mean, he's right there. 95th minute equaliser for Wolves, and it's 4-all at Whitport, unless there's something ridiculous now. I thought we'd managed that well. And frankly, to get away with a point actually isn't the worst result, considering how much Wolves tore through us at times. I think we handled Masoudi brilliantly in the second half, and it really flipped it in our favour. And yeah, I didn't even know if that was... I didn't see where the foul was from Luke Watson there, but there we go, 4-all. Not the best result overall, but actually it's still not the worst either. A 4-all draw. Defensively all over the shop, but attack-wise looking a lot better there. 2 goals for Win Billington, a goal for Kayo, a goal and an assist for Dave Morton off the bench in this game. What a man, and he nearly turned it into the win for us. Still, fair play, I suppose. So still a little inconsistent. 2 now draws in a row, and actually we've not won in our last 3 matches, but to be fair, the Spurs game we weren't expected to win. We go away to Southampton next at the start of the next video, though, and that is going to be key, because they are right down there. And then you look at the running, though. I mean, Arsenal, we all know about them. There's Chelsea, though, Liverpool, Man City, Man United. There's a lot of tough fixtures to come, and I feel like we might just slip off a little bit, but we're still doing really, really well. That's the main thing. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like, that'd be superb. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be sick too. I stream on Twitch, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and usually at the weekends too, so go follow their link in the description, and I'll see you tomorrow for Southampton and probably Norwich. I don't actually know how we're going to sort this one out. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.